Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th video on Active Directory attack series. In today's video, we are going to learn how to abuse access control list. In simple terms, access control list defines who has access to which assets or resources. Before starting today's video, I highly recommend you to watch our previous video where I have explained you about Bloodhound. Okay, so for this video, I am going to use lab from Hack the Box Academy, which you can see here. If you want to practice today's attack scenario, you can visit Hack the Box Academy and practice on this lab. I have spun up the Bloodhound and imported the data of our target domain. So for this target domain, we have access to Willy user, which we have compromised from LLMNR poisoning. So we have compromised this user. You can right click on this and mark this user as owned. Click on this user and under node information, if you go to outbound object control, under first degree object control, we can see this user really has force change password permission over diamond chain, which we will use later. Let's look at the transitive object control. Under this graph, if we look at this last relation, okay, let me manage this first. Okay, this is what we are going to do today. We have access to this Willy. We have successfully compromised this user. So this user Willy has force change password permission over dimension user, which means that we can easily change the password of dimension user. Once we have changed the password of dimension user and got access to this user, we can use this generic write permission over this helpdesk level 1 group. Using this generic write permission, we can add any user to this group. For today's example, we are going to add either Willy or dimension itself to this helpdesk level 1 group. If we look forward, the member of helpdesk level 1 group is also member of information technology group, and the member of information technology group has generic all write permission over admin user. This generic all permission gives full access of this admin user. So by the end of this video, we are going to start from here and get access to this user admin. So you might think why we are targeting this admin user. So there is a pretty big reason to target this admin user. If you click this user and then go to outbound object control, under first degree control object, we can see this admin user have DC sync right over this domain, which means if we have access to this admin user, we can use this DC sync attack to get the control of his domain. So for today's video, we are going to target this admin user, and for the next video, we are going to use this user to totally compromise this domain. Okay, let me get back to my attack scenario. First, let's change the password of dimension user using the force change password permission of Willy. So for this attack, I have access to a Windows machine through RDP, which you can see here. I'm using X-Free RDP client. Okay, for this window, I am currently logged in as user as DBS-SEC. If we look at our attack surface, we know user Willy has force change password. So for this, we need to have a session as user Willy, which we can get using PowerShell. So let me open PowerShell. Okay, currently I am logged in as DBS-SEC. So to get the session as user Willy, we can use the following command: run as, and then user, and then the domain name, which is inline fried in my case. After the domain name, we have to specify the user, which is Willy, and after this we will specify the command we want to execute. I will specify PowerShell to be execute, then enter the password of user Willie, which is transporter@4. Yes, now we have a session as user Willie. So if we check who am I, then we are now user Willie. Okay, now we are user Willie. Now let's use this force change permission to change the password of dimension. So for this we are going to first create a variable which will store the password of dimension user. So for that we will run command as new Okay, in this command we are creating a new variable named new password which stores the password for user dimension. Once we have created the variable, we need to import a module called PowerView, which is in C. I think. Okay, yes. Okay, now to change the password of user dimension, we need to import powerview.ps1. The link to this script is available in video description. So to import this, we are going to use this command import module and then powerview.ps1. After this module is successfully imported, we can then run our command set domain user password and then identity, then the target user, which is Damundsen, and then account password, and then we pass in our password variable, which is new password. So the command ran successfully without any error, which means we have successfully changed the password of dimension user to password 123 exclamation. So if you look at our attack surface, we are in this step. Now using this dimension user, we can use generic write permission to add user to helpdesk level 1. For this, let's get a session as user dimension, which is same as before. Run as user inline write .local, which is domain name, and then the username, which is dimension, and then let's get a PowerShell. Then we'll enter the password, which is PASSWRD 123 exclamation. Yes, if you if I run who am I, we can see we have successfully compromised the user dimension. So using this dimension, we are going to add a user to helpdesk level 1 group. First, let's check if this user dimension is present in helpdesk level 1 group. So for this, we are going to run get domain group member identity and then the group name. From this output, we are going to select the member name, which is member capital NAME name. Okay, we are getting get domain group member not recognized as a CMD. So for this we need to import Power View module, which is located in C tools folder. To import, we will use the same command as before, import module powerview.ps1. Once imported, we can run the previous command. Okay, looking at the result, we can see Damundsen is already the member of helpdesk level 1 group. If you wish to add Willy to this group, we can use this simple command. So the command is add group member, then identity, then group name, which is helpdesk level 1, and then members, and then the username, which is, let's say, Willy for this case. Sorry, I have passed wrong group name. Okay, command ran successfully. Now if you look at the members of helpdesk level 1 group, we can see user Willy has been successfully added. So in this attack scenario, we have compromised Damundsen user, added user of our Willy to helpdesk level 1 group, which is also a member of information technology. So the member of this information technology has permission, generic all permission over admin user, which means member of this group has full access over admin user. So let's change the password of admin user, which we can do using the command. Here we are specifying a new variable called new password, which contains the password for the user admin, which is same as before. Okay. Now to force change the password for admin user, we can use set domain user password, and then identity. The target user for this time is adunn. Let's see the spelling, adunn. Okay, and then account password, and then the variable which contains the password. Yeah, the command ran successfully. Now let's get session for user admin. Run as user, and then the domain name, which is inlandfreight.local, and I have mistyped here, inlandfreight.local, and then the username, which is admin, and then the PowerShell command, and the password will be password 123 exclamation. And if we say where am I, we are now user admin, which means we have completed this attack path. Using user Willy, we are able to compromise the user admin. In the next video, let me mark this as on. In the next video, we are going to use this user to perform DCSync attack over this domain. So this much for today's video. If you have any problem about any topic, you can contact me on my Twitter or join our Discord server. Link is in the description.